Well, hey everyone, welcome back to my little gardening show. It is Saturday night, it is cold and dreary outside. Kids are making dinner, my wife's sick, feeling a little bit under the weather, but here at the kitchen table and planning out the garden with the help of my daughter. She's picked out a couple different things. But first off, we've got a couple different seed catalogs. We got the big one, the Baker Creek whole seed catalog, about 400, 450 pages. I don't know. There's a lot in here. Really nice. I got this at Tractor Supply. Typically, I'll go there after the first of the year to pick up my gardening calendar. Where is my gardening calendar? Did you guys pick that up? Thought it was over there. Maybe I got a couple different tools we use. I've got a gardening calendar that I'll be putting some stuff on. Got Farmer's Almanac, you know, looking at frost dates and things like that, planting dates. Got the internet, of course, where you can look stuff up. But this year, so last year I used this Clyde's garden planner, and it worked okay. It wasn't super accurate to our area. It's just kind of a rough guide, but the concept's pretty neat. Haven't gotten another one for this year. Instead, I went online and got it's a pretty handy planting guide that goes by frost dates and moon dates, moon phases, depending on when you want to plant. To kind of be aware of stuff like that. So, got my list of all the different veggies, and it's got a column of when to start the seeds indoors, when to plant seedlings or transplants, and then when to start seeds outside for like the row crops and stuff like that. So for example, on the tomatoes on here, this isn't alphabetical. I've got this. I was also able to sort this by planting dates, so I can kind of see what crop is up next instead of going alphabetical. So that was kind of neat. So for tomatoes, for example, they suggest, you know, if you're going by the frost dates, to start them March 5th through the 20th. If you're more concerned about the lunar dates, moon phases, it would be March 5th through the 9th. And then to plant the seedlings outdoors, they're suggesting May 8th through the 29th if we're going by frost dates. If we're looking, kind of zeroing in on the moon phases, they're suggesting May 22nd through the 29th. Which lines up a little bit better than what I do. I usually do on Memorial Day weekend. It was Mother's Day weekend where we used to live, but I found if I do that, there tends to be one more pretty decent cold snap, and so I've pushed that back a week or two, and I go with the Memorial Day weekend typically, at least the last 2 years I have. As far as the moon phases and why that's important, a lot of people prescribe to that. They paying attention to the moon. Reason why is because during like the full moon phases, like when the moon is closest to the earth, there's more I guess more pull, gravitational pull, which pulls water up into the water table, and so you have a better chance of getting your seeds to germinate because there's more moisture in the soil, in the top layers there. So I'll probably try to go by the lunar phases on this little guide here and planting stuff out. So a handy little list. Try to pin some dates down in the calendar, kind of get stuff going. You know, if we start at the earliest, you know, we're looking at the end of February, beginning of March, which that's pretty typical. That's usually when I'm starting a few things down in the basement grow room. And I'll have to see if I can find a version of this for the fall. You know, I'm not done a whole lot in terms of fall garden because usually we're trying to get the garden wrapped up. In fact, I've got a big mulch pile that's still out there where I haven't had a chance to get out there because we got, I don't know, sickness run through the house a couple weeks before Christmas. You know, we had Thanksgiving and all that, and then first, second week of December, ended up getting sick, and then that kind of ran its course. And then the weather's been bad on some of the weekends we did have available, and like this weekend when we could have worked on it some, it's been kind of sleeting, spitting snow, stuff like that. So it's not been a good time to get into that. So we've only got about a third of that pile spread. Really need to get the rest of it out so that it can be a cover for this winter. So we'll see how that goes. But I'll show you a couple things that the kids picked out, or my daughter picked out anyway, that she would like for us to grow. I've got a pretty good amount of seeds that I've saved over the years from, you know, even this last year. I didn't do a whole lot this last year, mainly just tomatoes and peppers. The cucumbers didn't do real well this past year. Our one watermelon, Ancient, did really well. But there's a lot of stuff that just didn't do well because it was kind of an off year. We had a real late, and it seemed like winter went on forever. Yeah, even in May, I had my winter coat on still. It was just a really wet season, so there were things that they just didn't do well for whatever reason, mostly because of the conditions there. Well, let's see if we can find something here that they picked out. Some of these I can't really pronounce, but here's some peas that my daughter wants to plant. Magnolia blossom. Is that what it is? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the magnolia blossom tendril pea. What's kind of neat about that is the pink flowers.
And it has less leaves and it grows more tendrils, so more air can go through the plant and it's less prone to get a disease.
Yeah, like powdery, typically the peas towards the end will get, or they can get like this powdery mildew stuff on them. What you doing, honey bun? Let's see here. Tomatoes, there's all kinds of tomatoes in here. There's some varieties that I tend to grow year after year because I really like them, like Dester and Pink Brandywine and True Black Brandywine, Kellogg's Breakfast.
They didn't do that well. None of the tomatoes did well.
No, they did pretty well. We got some really good ones. Remember we made a video with you just picking these big whoppers. There, we'll have to go back. We just weren't out to at the garden as much as prior years. Then maybe Dad's picking stuff that I think he enjoys it because, you know, he's seeing kind of the first fruits and everything, and real convenient for him just to walk out and pick whatever he wants. Now he's pretty good. He'll some of the best he'll save for us because he knows that I save seeds. from the really good ones. Let's see what else. They've just got Baker Creek has a lot of neat stuff. Here's one called a Puma Pepper. It's got a lot of different colors. What else you pick out, sis?
There's tabs on all of them.
You picked out Mortgage Lifter.
And this.
Oh, that's a good one. What's this one? Mushroom Basket Tomato. Oh, there it is. Kind of looks like a mushroom, that bottom one there. So anyway, that's what we're doing tonight. We're just kind of going through the seed catalogs while we have time. Again, I've already got my planting dates. Might be a few supplies I need to get. Maybe a little bit more grow mix. I'd like to get my upgrade my grow lights. I probably will do that, depending on what's going on. And we'll see. We're gonna just try to make this practical, try to grow the things that we'll actually eat. Try to get out there more consistently. I didn't get all the calendars that or not calendars, seed catalogs that I normally do. And it might be that I just didn't get on there. Well, it's probably because I didn't order seeds from the last year. I got a lot of my stuff that I did order through M.I. Gardner because they were. He's got a pretty good selection. They're so cheap. It's like 99 cents for a packet of seeds. Whereas a lot of these other catalogs are, you know, $3 to $5 for a packet of seeds. Like here's another catalog I got. It's a, they sell kitchen garden seeds, non-GMO and all of that. It's a unique catalog because there's just little sketches of stuff. They don't have really pictures. They just have like some artwork and in all the different varieties. So consequently, they've got a ton of product offerings in here, and they've squeezed it into 63 pages as opposed to Baker Creek, which has a lot of photos in this big seed book, which I like and the kids like, but they're only getting 1, 2, maybe 4 varieties on a page, whereas this catalog's getting probably triple that. And I got the Seed Savers catalog this year. I like that company as well. They've got some neat stuff, and I'll typically order a packet or 2 from them. Territorial Seed Company, that's another good one. It's got a lot of good stuff in it. It's more newspaper quality as far as the catalog. And then there's Johnny's, which they've got some neat stuff, and they're really geared towards kind of a small organic grower, or a commercial grower rather. And what I like about them too is they've got a lot of tools, a lot of different things have been trialed. So we'll have to take a look at that. So anyway, that's what we're doing tonight. I'm gonna, I don't know, just map that all out, put some stuff on my calendar, and then just gonna hang out tonight. So dinner ready?
Yep.
Oh, dinner's ready. So I might check back in later on. We'll see. Other than that, guess that's it for now. Until next time. Happy gardening. Bye.